Let's cover branding the software. You might have already created your ad, and now it's time to brand the actual software content. The order you do creating the ad and brand the software is totally up to you. I generally create my ad first, but we'll brand the software here in this video. So start by branding the software. You'll notice that there is already information here, and this is what was branded on it the last time. It saves it from the last work. You will have some buttons and such as here in the next step. Let's go ahead and go over to that, and it'll become a lot clearer. So we'll modify the settings. Okay, the button 1 text. Let's go ahead and refer, if you haven't so far, refer to the help docs to get an idea of what each one of these sections does. Right now, all I'm going to do is cover the content of the sections. You can hover over and get a little information in the help areas here. All right, so you got a button on the software. Actually, there's 2 buttons below the actual control panel. And here I have entered in a free autoresponder account, the URL for that button. The same for this button. I have entered in my text and URL. Okay, the custom toolbar button text is the top of the software, and it leads to an RSS URL. So you can do a couple of things here on this one. This one is, of course, going to a WordPress site. They always seem to work the best. If you have problems getting the software to read your RSS feed, you can always go and convert it using like the Google RSS reader service. What's it? FeedBurner. I'm sorry, I had a headlock up there. Anyway, you could also convert your feeds using FeedBurner by Google there, and it a lot of times will clean up some of the older feeds and maybe a little error on it and use it. But what happens is this will display your RSS feed under this button here. Okay, the support URL, and this appears in the footer. Of course, it could be to your support desk or to any URL that you want. It's totally up to you. Okay, now your online registration code URL. When people start the software up, they're going to need to enter a license code. You will be assigned a license code, and you pass that on to the people that's downloading your software. They will need that to activate the software. And what happens is when they start it up, if they don't have it, then on that page where they enter it, there will be a link to send them, and you can actually just enter the URL in here. It could be to an opt-in form, or however you're doing this. It doesn't matter, just however you're going to get the key to them. All right, now here is the banner ad URL. If you've already watched the video about creating your banner ads, your header ad, banner ad, whatever you want to call it, this is the URL for that. So quickly, I'll just kind of go through and show you this real quick. So here's the banner ad URL. You will upload the created ad to your web host, to a folder. Doesn't matter, you create it and get the URL. Go to it to make sure everything's working right. Enter the URL in here. So we're going to update this data, and we're going to return to this main menu, and I'm going to go back here to create advertisement just to show you next step. So here is that URL that we just talked about. Once you change it, it'll be here. It's just here for actually for your reference, for your help. That's all. All right, that really covers branding the software. And what you can do is, I'll show you real quick here. Let's go back here, and there is the current information. Let's go ahead and go back here to modify settings. I'm going to open up the software here, and you'll see there are the two buttons that we talked about. And of course, here's your header ad and the button for your RSS feed. And you'll notice it pops up. This can't be modified as far as colors and such. It's the way it is. So whatever feed you enter in, that is how it's going to look. There is no modifying the actual colors. Maybe later on, but not at this point. And that's really about it. Once you brand it, you'll be branding this link, this button, and this button, and the ad. All right, that concludes this video. Hey, thanks for watching.